What's going on, guys? Today I want to be showing you guys a couple moves that you definitely should learn in order to be a good player in Call of Duty or to win more gunfights. Alright, some of these moves you guys know already, and some of them are not even moves really, they're just tips on what to really utilize in your loadout and stuff like that to get the upper hand on your opponents and stuff. So, first one would be what's called the ego chow. Just ego challenging. It's basically when you chow even though you're at a disadvantage in a fight. So like if someone starts shooting you while you have your back towards them and you're already losing this fight, you let your ego get the best of you, so to say, and you reach out the fight. So if your enemy is shooting you in the back, you would run in here and jump out and ego chow. Right? Say for instance, I was in a house running out, going to the left, and I didn't realize there was an enemy there, and my high alert goes off, or I hear his footsteps or something. I could go like this, hide there, come back, ego chow. All right. So what you do is disengage from a fight if it's already started, and then you come back and you shoot again. Right. This gives you Pika's advantage, which is pretty much when you just jump out of a corner and you surprise the enemy. Because they just don't expect it, and when you jump out, you kind of scare them. So they have to react very quickly, and in most cases they won't have precise aim like that, so they will miss, and you will get the upper hand. So that's what you pretty much do. Take the fight, disengage, jump back out. Alright, so next thing I want to show you guys is not necessarily a move. It's just something that I see all the pro players do. And since I started doing it, I've been winning a lot more gunfights against full squads and stuff like that. And what that is as soon as you down an enemy player, you look up and you ADS where you think their teammates are gonna pop out of. So if I kill this enemy, I start looking there. And there, just expecting their teammates to come out before I start reloading and putting on plates and popping a plate box and all that kind of stuff. So you down them and you start expecting their teammates to pop up somewhere, because in most cases they'll be shouting at their teammates, telling them, oh, he's right here, life king or whatever. And yeah, they will be rushing you wherever you are. I see a lot of people doing this and then going straight into reloading and then getting caught in that compromising ass fucking animation. Okay. Some of the pro players that I watch even start pre-firing. Pre-firing is when you start shooting before you even see the enemy, right? Just in case they pop up out of there. It helps a lot. You should try it. I don't know what it's called. I don't think it has a name, but it's just expecting the opponent's teammates to pop up. Alright, so the next thing I want to teach you guys is something that's very known in the COD community. It's called snaking. Alright, it's basically when you go in and out of a head glitch like this. Right? What this does is it gives you a crazy advantage over your opponent, because all they can see is your head popping in and out. Right? Like if you see it from their point of view, it's almost impossible to get it down on someone who's snaking you. But you can see their full body, you know? As you can see, I saw his full body over there, so you get a crazy advantage when you do that. This is not anything new. I'm just teaching you guys this in case some of you guys didn't know it. Yeah, so that's called snaking. You pretty much just crouch in and out of a head glitch. Alright, so the next thing I want to be showing you guys is a move that's also very well known in COD, and that's called the Dropshot. Alright, it's pretty much dropping while you're shooting somebody, going into a prone position, right? Like this. You just hold circle or R3, whatever your crouch button is. Something like that. You just have to hit your shots and not be like me. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's the drop shot. Very well known in COD. Again, this is one of those that I'm just teaching you guys in case you didn't know it. Alright, next thing I want to show you guys is something that's called the Dolphin Dive, I think. And it's not really something that you can use to get into a fight or outplay your opponent. The only way you can do that is like you're getting out of a fight. So it's only really useful to get out of fights or just to, I don't know, get into cover. So if I'm over here in the open and in a fight and I'm like, you know what, I'm definitely going to lose this fight. There's 2 guys there. I got 10 bullets. I jump away like that, and then I expect them to chase me, and then hopefully get the knock on one of them as I go back to reload and plate up and all that stuff. So, Dolphin Dive. Jump into cover, peek again. Jump into cover, peek again. Then you get flashed. But you still win the fight. Dolphin diving is a very efficient way to get out of fights, but it's also very useful in BR. What you'll do is, even if the cliff is not high enough for you to just straight up jump and pull your chute, you'll dolphin dive off of the cliff and be able to pull your chute. And you can also do this from on top of buildings. If you're on top of a building, you can pretty much dolphin dive, pull your chute, and you'll be able to glide, yeah, and cover some distance. So I hope you guys try that and it works out for you. Dolphin diving. This next one is going to be something that's very, very useful in BR, all BR modes. And this is utilizing your smoke grenades. You know, if you play Warzone, if you played it long enough, you know there's a lot of campers in the game. People just like to sit in buildings and camp. If you're trying to rotate into cover, you pop your smoke grenade and you dolphin dive into it. Then you replay and reload and all that kind of stuff, and you can get to cover better. It's also very useful if you want to res a friend that's been down, or if you want to help someone get the res off. So if I'm over here and I'm not in a very compromised position, but my friends are over there and one is downed and one is in there trying to help the one that's downed, instead of me going out there and getting us all just wiped, what I'll do is I'll pop the smoke for them, and then they can get the res while I sit over here. And most cases, what'll happen is these guys won't even push, or if they do, I just get to shoot them in the back like that, you know. So yeah, smoke grenades are very, very useful, guys. Definitely use them. Yep, definitely use them. Alright, the next thing I want to teach you guys is not necessarily a move or a skill or anything like that, but it's something that I see a lot of pros do and a lot of amateur or casual players not doing. And that's just constant movement, alright? So if you just got out of a fight, don't just stand in the open or even in the corner. Don't just stand there and reload like this. You guys should always be moving in this game. Just always move around. Even if you're popping a plate box or an ammo box, just always be moving. Bob up and down, go left and right. It really will help you a lot. Especially if, you know how people like to sit on towers and sit on top of rooftops and just and try and snipe and stuff like that. And if you're just standing still in a corner plating up, it gives me all the time to ADS into your head, on your head, and just snipe you once like that, and then you're dead. You know? So just stay moving, man. Even if you're not putting on plates and you're just chilling, maybe you just fought somebody, you just fought a team or something, you just expecting the next enemies to come up, just always move around, you know? Stay cracked. Always just keep moving around, you know? If you're a guy that likes to YY, that's very good also, just to stay on point, because you're constantly pressing a button and your fingers don't get cold. So yeah, just stay moving, man. Don't stand still in this game. You will die. Another thing I want to teach you guys is controlling your recoil. So every gun pretty much has a unique recoil pattern, but guns do have recoil. All right, that's just a thing you have to accept. And and it's a lot worse than Warzone 1. So this gun is a cast off. It's pretty much stuck. All I added was a optic on it, the aim OP optic. But yeah, it's quite jumpy. It's quite jumpy. As you can see, it jerks upwards. It goes a little to the left, and then it just goes all the way to the right. Right? It's quite gradual. It's not that bad. A lot of the guns that you pick up on the floor will be worse than this, but you still will pretty much have to just drag it down to counter this upwards shift. So I'm gonna drag my right stick down just a little bit, ever so slightly, all right, just to try and control this a little bit better. So this is without it being controlled, right? It goes upwards and to the right, so I have to drag it downwards and to the left. So what I'll do is, Asian baby, come on, man. As I was saying, what I'll do is I'll drag it downwards and to the left. So something like this, right? To try and group these bullets a little bit better, right? You definitely are getting the down over here. Over here, if you're starting at the head, you end up shooting at clouds, right? It's not gonna work. So most guns, you just have to drag it downwards, and then you kind of see where it goes, and you just counter that. But yeah, this gun over here, downwards and to the left, right? And this is ground loot, by the way. If it's your own gun and it's a loadout gun, it's fully customized and all that, it won't be that much of a problem. But you still will have to control the recoil to some degree. So, like, say I'm trying to control it and I pull it down a bit too low, I'm still shooting at their torso. So I'm most likely still getting a lot of damage. Yeah, before I start shooting at, like, in between their legs or to the left or to the right. All right, so recoil control, very important. I see a lot of people accuse me of hacking and stuff like that, and a lot of pros in general get accused of hacking, but that's not the case. They're just very good at controlling their recoil, and they play this game a lot, so they know their guns and they know the recoil patterns and stuff like that, and they're just very good, you know. So control your recoil, guys. Don't have this happening to you. Okay, so the last thing I want to be showing you guys today is something that I think is called the door play. I'm not really sure if it has like an official title, but pretty much what you do is you use the door to your advantage. So if I'm being chased from this angle, from this direction, going into this direction, what I could do is I can go like this, close the door, pop back out, and shoot them. Again, this gives you Pika's advantage because they're expecting you to run all the way out of the building, or go hide in the corner in the building, or whatever it is. They're not expecting you to reach at them like that. So you go like that, you close it, and then you just pop back out and start shooting. Right? That's one way you could do it. Another way you could do it is you can run, close the door, and shoot right through the door. Because the minute you run in there and close the door, they're thinking, oh, this guy's scared, he's out of ammo, he's out of plates, and they start pushing like this. And once you start shooting through the door, your bullets will travel right through the door. Right? I think these are my bullets. I'm not sure. I think they are, though. Yeah, they are. So as you can see, you can wall bang right through the door. Right? 'Cause people think you can't shoot through doors for some reason. When they see someone go through a door, they just want to sit behind that counter and just aim at them the whole time. But that gives you a chance to pop out and be the first one to land some shots. Right? And yeah, that's it. That's the door play. In some cases, you won't even have to wait for the door to shut fully. You know, you could just do it like that. As soon as you close it, they're going to start chasing. You pop out. Brah, get them while they land. Alright, so that's it, guys. I hope you learned a ton of useful stuff. and that you'll be trying it out in your next games, and hopefully it works out for you and you win more gunfights and win more games in general. All right.